Here we go. All right, guys. So I'm Jen Berklow, Presidential Diamond, and tonight I am with Amanda Hall and Sasha Degner to hit on some hot topics for you. So I've got some notes pulled up because what I'm going to be talking to you guys about tonight is the algorithm, and I think it can be confusing. I think some of us are hearing different information, and so I just want to go over the notes that I have and I'm going to try to be as clear and concise as possible. I want you to know that I'm on this journey with you. There's no hidden information that I'm privy to, but what I've done, what I've learned, and what I've put into practice has been helping, and so I'm going to try and not ramble and talk too long, and we'll hopefully come away from this with a better idea of it. So basically what Facebook is doing is it's trying to force us, well, what they are doing is they're weeding out what people don't want to see, and they are filling people's news feeds with what they've shown that they're interested in. Our business is built on relationships. So before we get into this too much, I do want to put everyone's minds at ease. It can be scary because it's a big change from the way social media used to work, but it's okay because our business is built on relationships, and ultimately what this is going to do is it's going to force us to be more thoughtful and to build better relationships. So first of all, in a nutshell, the way the algorithm works.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
There we go. Okay. The way the algorithm works is the more interaction you have on a post, the longer it's seen in someone's newsfeed, and the more likely it is to be seen in others' news feeds, okay? So if you make a post and it gets 2 likes, it's probably going to disappear into social media abyss. I'm going to get into the length of time that a post has, but just know that you want to be making posts that people are going to react to, whether they're going to hit the like button, the love button, or the haha, whatever, those little emojis, whether they're going to comment on it, whether they're going to share it. You want people doing that with your posts because that's what's going to keep your posts in the news feed longer. Let's see. A couple of things. Okay, let's talk about things that we used to do that we can't really do anymore. So what we used to do, this is all about being thoughtful, okay? And this is all about being original and authentic. Authentic, I think, is the exact word that Facebook uses when it talks about the algorithm, is they want authentic posts that are valuable in content. So what we used to do as leaders is we used to say, please go, we've done the work, we know what posts work, please go copy and paste those posts because we know they work. Now, when you just straight copy and paste a post from another leader, Facebook is going to see that content as not valuable. People don't want to see, if you've got someone that's friends with 2 or 3 It Works distributors and they all copy and paste the same post from a leader, then it lessens the value of it. What I'd encourage you to do is follow the leaders that you follow. Still maybe copy and paste their posts that you really feel inspired by into your notes, but you're going to need to change them up to make them yours, okay? Put your own spin on it. Take the inspiration from it, but put it into your own situation. You need to change, I think the technical number is 15 to 20% for it not to look like you've just copied and pasted. What you can do is you can add emojis, which are really good. We've been taught that putting emojis in your post increase the likelihood that they'll be viewed. So you can put emojis, change the names, change the circumstances, but keep the general idea, and just draw inspiration from those posts. I still want my team, all of us as leaders still want our teams following us. We still want you to watch us and learn from our example. So use those posts, again, to draw inspiration, make them your own, and you'll be able to use them that way. Pictures. Your pictures that you use with your post need to be more of your own original pictures. So if we have, I'm trying to think of an example. If you have a great testimony from a loyal customer, or even if it's someone else's customer that has a great story that we've all wanted to share, when we, even if we change the wording of the post, Facebook will recognize that picture as being shared or copied and used in a post by 50 different distributors. So when it's the pictures, this is where becoming a product of the product is really important. We need to be using our own pictures with the products. It doesn't matter. It can be faces, pictures with faces in them are seen a lot more. Like there's a way higher percentage that your picture stays in the newsfeed if it has a face in it than it does if you've set up a pretty, oh my gosh, there's going to be moths flying all over in here. We're in the garage in our little hangout. So you can set up in the bathroom or on your kitchen counter, wherever you have a cute display, you know, you want to make a product picture, make it really pretty. That's fine to do. I'm just telling you that if your face is in it, it's gonna be better. Let's see. Engagement. To hack the algorithm, so to speak, you want people commenting on your post, liking your post, sharing your posts. And in order to do that, if you notice that your interaction is down, normally the number one thing that you need to do is you need to be interacting with others. So you need to go through your friends list, go through your news feed, and be interactive. This is that rule of reciprocity. Like, we get it because we live in a really small town, and when you drive down Fort Wayne Road, everyone waves. Like, you know, if you got your hands on the steering wheel, everyone does this. And when you do this, the next person coming at you waves. So the idea is that if you go and like someone else's picture, then they're going to come to yours and they're going to like your picture. It's called reciprocity. I wave at you, you wave at me. So if you notice that your interaction is down on Facebook or Instagram, normally the one thing that you need to do is you need to go interact more with other people. Let's, oh, there's something that I was going to say tonight, and I didn't write it down, and I just forgot what it was. I'll think of it in a little bit. Okay, the timing of your post. So some research has been done about when social media is most active, and it's 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. are the peak times. So in order to get an idea of what time you should make a post. Now, if you make a post at like 10 o'clock in the morning, when normal people are at work from their 8 to 4, 9 to 5 day job, most likely you're only appealing to a certain audience. Maybe a retired audience, maybe a stay-at-home mom. But just remember, if you're targeting the normal workforce, and they're working from 8 to 4 or 9 to 5, 10 a.m. may not be the best time to post. So 9 a.m., it's very active. Early in the morning, people normally check Facebook before they get out of bed, they check their social media. So early in the morning is a good time to post. Then 9 a.m., think about, this is a good rule of thumb, is to think about when the normal full-time worker is checking Facebook. When they wake up, maybe in the parking lot before they go into work. I used to do that. On their lunch break, so noon to 1. When they get off work, 5-ish. After dinner and after kids are put to bed, 9 o'clock. And then when they're laying in bed before they fall asleep, like 11 o'clock at night, okay? So we used to say post every hour, every other hour, and now that may hurt you. So just make sure you're posting every few hours or so, and just be thoughtful. Just think about when other people would be checking Facebook, okay? Because your post has a shelf life, and the majority of the interaction on your post is going to be within the first 90 minutes. So if you are posting every hour, then that first post isn't getting its full life. And if you're only posting twice a day, there are moths everywhere. If you're only posting twice a day and you post at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., then your 9 a.m. post by 9 p.m. is long forgotten, okay? So just think about when other people are using Facebook and post at those times so that your post will be seen. Let's, okay, live videos are really good. Videos are seen more frequently than text posts or even posts with pictures. So think about a live video that's requiring live interaction. That's like just double points for you, okay? So live video is where it's at right now. Sorry, I'm going through. I went over time. Trying to go. I still have lost the oh, I just remembered. Okay, sorry. I lost my train of thought of what I really wanted to say tonight. And so when it comes to when I was first learning about the algorithm, I thought, well, crap, what am I going to post now? Or I can't copy and paste. Like when I'm in a time crunch, I can't just copy and paste like I used to. So what in the heck am I going to post? Our posts, like I said at the beginning of this, our posts need to be thoughtful, because what Facebook is doing, somebody, if I forget my train of thought again, please somebody remind me of a time, like just somebody say timeline if I forget what I'm going to say. Okay. When you're sitting and you're thinking about what to post, if you've got time, what I would suggest is to go write out some thoughtful posts and save them in your notes section so that when you're in a time crunch, you can just grab it and paste, like copy and paste it that way. You want your posts to evoke emotion. You want them to make your audience feel something. Somebody in a video that I once watched said, if her post doesn't make her feel something, she won't post it at all. And so there are times during my day where I'm like, well, I don't really feel anything. Like, if I'm being really honest with all of you, there are times during the day where I feel like I don't really feel like posting at all, but I need to post something. So how do I get myself in that mind frame to post? And I would like to, there are 2 3-word hints that I give myself. The first is feel, felt, found. So addressing people's fears. I understand, like think about understanding how someone else feels because of how you felt and what you have found. So a post I might be, I understand that you're scared because I felt scared too. But what I found was that I was surrounded by friendships as soon as I got into this business. What I found was that it actually does work. The products and the business actually do work. What I found was that this has provided for my family in ways that I never knew possible. Okay, so when you feel yourself stuck on how to make a post or how you're responding to your potentials or whatever, remember, feel, felt, found. Address how they're feeling. Remind them that you felt the same way and talk to them about what you found since joining this business. The other 3-word thing that I like to go by is past, present, and future. So I kind of did one just a little while ago. Where was I in my past? You know, in money trouble, like in debt. Where am I now? Still a little bit in debt, but way better off than I was before. And future, where am I headed? To the top of this company, debt-free, those kinds of things, okay? So it may be, it doesn't have to be like financially, it can be physically, like take your car. Like what car did you used to drive? What car do you drive now? And what car is on your dream board? Where were you in your friendships? Where did you used to be? Where are you now? And are you looking forward to the friendships that you're going to have? So those two things are kind of where I go in my mind, because they produce emotion in me. And so I hope that it'll grab emotion in my audience. And then the last thing that I want to talk about as far as the algorithm goes, and I'm going to turn it over to my friend, is timeline. This is what I wanted you to remind me of if I forgot. When thinking about the algorithm affects anything that you want to show up in someone's timeline, okay? You're given, for example, about 6 posts a day, according to Facebook. If you're going through, like if you're putting the time rules on your posts, you get about 6 posts a day. This includes your personal timeline. This includes your groups. And a lot of times people are like, well, your groups don't show up on your timeline, but they do. Think about it. If one of your close friends that you interact with posts an aiming for ambassador, that shows up in your timeline. If I post in my team's group and someone else is another leader or another distributor is active in that group, it's going to show up in their timeline. And so that counts too. Facebook parties, if you're doing the same replicated party week after week, Facebook is going to pick up on that content and it's going to cause it to lower in value. And what that can do is not only does it then not show up in other people's timelines, but that can put you on Facebook probation. And you're not going to be warned. Like Facebook jail is what you go in when you do things like add too many friends, and you'll get a warning and it'll say you've abused this. Now you can't add anyone for, a week, 2 weeks, whatever. You're warned about Facebook jail. You're not warned about Facebook probation. So if you're constantly posting before and after pictures, or only it works posts, or copying pasting straight from other leaders, and you notice that you're getting like maybe 1 like on your posts, or maybe no likes on your posts, there's a chance that you're in Facebook probation. And there's no way that I can tell that, or that we're not told about it. But the good news is that there is redemption. All you have to do is just start being more thoughtful. Post pictures that people want to interact with. Post things that people want to, like actually, here's a good one. I'm not saying do some version of this, because if you copy and paste it, then it's bad, yada, yada. But I posted one the other day that just asked, how often do you wash your sheets and towels? And I got like a crazy amount of comments on it. And that post had a lot of interaction. So if you notice that your interaction is really down and you're suspecting or wondering if you're in Facebook probation, try making more posts like that people are going to comment on, and you will get out of Facebook probation. But if you don't, your account could get shut down, because Facebook is going through and deleting profiles for people who are being robots. So that's what I got for the algorithm. You can put comments in the chat. I'll kind of keep an eye on that. And then at the end, if Stasha and Amanda want, we can hang out for questions. But I will turn it over now to Amanda, I think is next, right?
Can you hear me? Awesome. Okay, so we're going to talk about parties. We're going to talk about getting back to the basics. We're going to talk about working your business outside of social media. Jen did an awesome job talking about all the Facebook algorithm changes and things that are impacting your business. But one thing that we can do is to hit our business from a different angle, okay? I want to remind you guys that before there was a time of Facebook and Instagram, there were ambassadors in this company, okay? So this, blitzing, wrapping, repeating, getting belly to belly works, okay? So I have wrote down a ton of different tips, things that I have, had in my notes for a while, things that I've shared with my team before, things that I know personally have worked well with me. So I'm going to kind of walk you through not only what works at parties, but how to book parties, some party tips, how you can utilize social media to help you get those parties booked and so forth. So just kind of hang with me if you guys have any questions. Jen said she was going to keep an eye on the chat. So let's just get started. Like I was saying, I think by default, so many people see that leaders or anybody really in this business has come out and they have had really good luck and good success with social media. I'm not saying that you're not going to have good luck or success with social media. I'm saying that you have to be more smart, diligent, and personal about it, like Jen just touched on. But like I also said, you know, there are other ways to work this business. I was sitting at Green Carpet and had this huge aha moment. Ashley Sinclair was on stage. She said, you know what, algorithms are going to change, but one thing that'll never change is getting face-to-face with people. There is no computer, there is no formula, there's no algorithm, there's nothing that can take away you getting face-to-face, belly-to-belly with somebody. Parties come in all shapes and sizes, all forms. Parties will, you've got your launch party. That's something you need to get on like immediately as soon as you sign up. Even if you haven't, you know, gotten your kit, I'm going to talk to you guys here in a little bit about how you can work your business without even receiving your kit first. Wrap parties with friends, families, neighbors. One-on-ones are wrap parties or wrap sessions. I don't even like to use the word party. I say wrap session or wrap appointment. Expos, events, any time that you can get in front of somebody and you can get a wrap on that person, you need to consider that a party, because that's a really strong lead that you're going to have. I mean, I think probably I have wrapped people all over the place. I've wrapped people in bathrooms. I've done events. I've done expos. Certainly done one-on-ones, parties, you know, my launch parties and stuff. Probably the most random place I ever wrapped somebody was in the middle of an AT&T parking lot. The lady saw my shirt. She asked me about the wrap. I had one on me, as we all should all have them on us. I pulled it out. I made $25, and I wrapped her in the parking lot. So it can be done, you guys. I've heard some crazy stories about people wrapping people all different places. So it's just a matter of being prepared and being ready for business and, you know, kind of getting over yourself. Don't be afraid to make those advances or talk to people about that. The whole thing that I want to talk to you guys about and just center around is really just get belly to belly. We're wrap stars. Getting wraps on people is what we do. Getting wraps on people will change your business. A few different ways to book parties. Probably my number one tip is just asking people. I think so many times we get caught up and we just assume that, well, they're not going to want to do that, or maybe this product isn't for them, or they're busy, or, you know, whatever. Get over yourself and get past that. You've got to ask your friends, neighbors, family. One of my favorite people to ask are potential loyal customers that tell me they cannot afford the products, because people like free, and if they host a party, they're going to get a free wrap. In the past, I've had people that haven't necessarily wanted to wrap for free. So what I'll do is I'll do a sample party for them. So then their friends get to see a lot of the different products, get their hands on the products, and they're still getting something out of that, like a host incentive. And lastly, you know, if you cannot find a host for a party, you can host your own parties, okay? Do not be so afraid or do not just be so stuck on the fact that I have to go out and find somebody else to host the party for me. You guys can host them yourselves, okay? Starbucks, if you're not comfortable having people in your home, Starbucks, parks. I know a lot of like apartment complexes have clubhouses and things like that. All of those are really, really good ideas. And you can, like I said before, you can have a wealth of different kind of parties. You have your body wrap parties. I've done sample parties. Those are probably one of my favorite parties, because I get wraps on people, but then we also sample a variety of different products too, and we really work to customize what a person wants to order. Facial wrap parties, wine and wow parties, those are always fun with ladies. You know, we can't drink when we're doing body wrap parties, but we can drink wine when we're doing wow parties, and you get a group of ladies together in a fun environment. There's going to be some chit chat. There's going to be wrinkles disappearing. There's going to be wine, and you will get sales. Okay, you just do not be afraid of doing that. My husband likes to go to the VFW here in town. He's like an old soul, loves older people. And those ladies, I'm telling you, they could not get enough wow. And what we would do is we would only put it on one side, and it would drive them nuts not to have it on the other side. So get kind of creative and just have fun with your guys' parties. The most important thing is just to get in front of people and be excited, be passionate about the product. You don't have to know everything about every product, but your passion and your excitement is going to sell that product for you. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, use social media to help you guys book parties. You know, some people are like, I do a lot of parties, or I can't find anybody that wants to host. Use social media to your advantage in that aspect. You can make posts about booking parties. Who wants to host a party for you? You can make a post about an incentive, message me for details. When they message you, you can ask them what time would be, what would be a good time for you to get with them. That's a one-on-one brat party right there, you guys. You can also use this feature on Facebook. It's under the group section. Like mine, I'm looking at it right now. Mine will say Greenfield surrounding area, Greenfield, New Pal. Those are those are towns, the one that I live in, one that's local to me. And it actually will separate your friends from those areas for you. So then you know that those are local people to you. Those are people that are within driving distance, very close to you as well, that you can then reach out to and try to book those parties. There is a feature you have to do on a computer, but you're able to actually go in and change the parameter on that. So you can go in, I can click where it says Greenfield, and I can open that up, and I can change my viewing area to, I think I have mine set on 25 miles. But if you're willing to drive 50 miles for a party, go in there and change that to 50. That's going to give you a greater area. Those are acquaintances or friends that you can get with. I'm telling you guys, everybody, I've heard so many times people say no one wants to have a party or everybody's had a party. Not everybody has had a party, okay? People do want these products. Sometimes it takes a little bit more work to go out and find someone that's going to host a party for you. Or like I said, if they're not comfortable hosting a party for you, invite them to your party. Make a party for them. Just don't be afraid to ask. Inbox them and ask. I have so many notes. I'm just going to kind of read from what I've written down. If you're somebody that boosts posts on Facebook, you guys can change the areas that you're boosting to, and you guys can do local towns and local cities. You can even do little local festivals to draw people. And then you can boost a post about hosting parties. I know that's worked very well in the past as well. And then, of course, when you're a new distributor, one of the first things that we teach you guys to do is make a 100s list. That 100s list is a list of potential customers and potential distributors. Local, some are non-local, it doesn't matter. You guys use that list to reach those people. If they told you no or they haven't come to a party before, that doesn't mean stop asking them to host one for you or stop inviting them to the ones you have going on. Maybe they were busy and maybe the next time you ask them, they won't. That could be your next ace. That could be your next rock star that you continue to overlook on your list, either because you think you're going to bug them or you're too afraid to open your mouth and ask them to host a party for you. One of the things you'll hear me say all the time is if your mouth is closed, your business is closed. And that is so, so true. And of course, you can book parties from parties. That's a great way. That is a phenomenal way to get your next parties booked. And of course, I'm saving the best for last, our blitzing cards. I think our blitz cards are the most amazing tool. I love to blitz people. I used to be terrified of it, stammering over my words, stuttering, could not get it out. Jen witnessed a horrible experience one time. The first time I ever blitzed in Louisville, it was awful. I just end up walking away from the lady. But it's one of those things that I've gotten better at. I found what makes me comfortable, and now blitzing is one of my absolute favorite things to do.
Hey, can I interrupt you? Will you just walk us through your blitzing conversation, just quickly, when you go out now, since you've come full circle,
Yeah, my favorite way to blitz I always blitz with the compliment. So one of my favorite ways to blitz is I will use it as a recruitment tool. And so if somebody's giving me really good customer service, whether it's in the drive-thru at a restaurant, it doesn't even matter. I will actually hand them the blitz card. I'll compliment them. I'm like, you know what? We had so much fun dining here today. You made this experience awesome. If you're ever looking to make extra money, here is my information. Here's my card, and you can go ahead and add me on Facebook. I have my Facebook name on my blitz card. I have my phone number. I have got my distributor ID number. I don't have one sitting on my desk. And then also, too, in the past, Eric and I have had reoccurring parties where we'll have one every Sunday afternoon. When we do that, we have a separate set of blitz cards. So I'm on the back here has our next party time. You guys should go ahead and stop by. Or, I'll make contact with them. If I'm out and I do not have a blitz card on me, which is few and far between, I will take out my phone mid-conversation. I'll open up my Facebook ad or my Facebook app. I'll hand them my phone. I'll say, you know what, go ahead and add yourself so that way we can stay connected on Facebook. even when I have Blitz cards on me, I tend to like to default to getting them on Facebook, because they may lose that card, but I'm going to have their information, and we're going to start building that relationship. They're going to see what kind of fun, exciting things that we get to do as rap stars, and they're going to like kind of want that lifestyle. So it's all about building that relationship. Another one of the ways I love to blitz is, you cannot walk into Kohl's or JCPenney's or Macy's or anywhere and check out and someone not ask you, is this going to be on your Kohl's charge today? And I will tell them, no way, I live debt free. And they're like, most people, like, their mouth will immediately drop open, and they like, you can see that inquisitive look on their face. And then I'll hand them my card. I'm like, this business changed my life. If you want to learn how to live debt free, here's my card, get a hold of me. I keep it very, very simple. I always start with a compliment. There's lots of creative ways to do it. If you're out and about and someone, you know, isn't servicing you, but like you think they're really cute, you think their energy is fun, you've overheard them kind of talking or whatever, walk up to them and strike up a conversation. You know, say something like, your bag or your shoes are so cute. Where did you get those? I'm always looking for things with lime green on them. I'm a crazy rap girl. And just kind of start a fun conversation by that. I feel like when you compliment somebody, it kind of immediately brings their guard down. So that's probably one of my number one blitzing tips, is compliment people. People sometimes sadly, they're surprised that you're being nice to them. Like, as a society, we get so busy and so focused that we tend to kind of get distracted or whatever. And so when you compliment them, you're breaking down a huge barrier. And I've never had anybody tell me they won't add me on Facebook or won't give me their phone number or not take one of my cards. And I've had several DTs join my team that I've met in restaurants. They've been my servers. I know firsthand what their customer service is like, and I know firsthand that they understand what cash means. So those are kind of some of my favorite ways to blitz. Let's see here. What else was I going over? I kind of was touched on the reoccurring party. One thing that I've run into before, people are like, oh, well, I can't come. And I'm like, that's okay. We're having one next Thursday too. Same time, same place. Take the excuses away from people and they will come to your party. And you know, when you tell them that, you can see it on their face, like, oh, you know, this lady's going to hold me to my word. She's going to make me come to one of her rap parties. Let's see, what else do I have here? A lot of times I get questions from my team about how we secure rap parties, or, you know, I go to my rap party and I get there and nobody's there. That's okay. Like, the host is still there. That's still a one-on-one. That's still a rap party. Never, never, never cancel out on a rap party. If someone messages me and they're like, oh, none of my friends are going to be here. None of my friends are going to be here. Let's just change it to some other time. I'll say, you know what? I'm already on my way. I'll stop by. We'll chit chat for a little bit. I'll bring out my calendar and we'll pick a date together. When I get there, I'll ask them if they want to go ahead and rap. And I kind of just get myself into the door. And that becomes a one-on-one. Spending that time with that person, you are going to not only build that relationship, but you are going to help them work towards their goals. They're going to be very comfortable and very grateful to you that you still came. And so more than likely, you're going to at least get a loyal customer out of that, if not a very strong lead or even a distributor. Let's see. So in order to secure the parties, when you're having somebody else host, you know, those people that are always there for you, they'll come to anything for you. I've heard it called the chicken soup list from a lot of different leaders. You know, those people, when you're sick or you're kind of down and out and you need something, your moms, your sisters, your sister-in-laws, you know, whatever, your girlfriends, whatever it may be, those people need to be, like, you need to tell your host, get those people there. They're going to come. You just got to ask. So you're going to secure 3 or 4 people that way for sure. You can use social media. You can use Facebook events to announce the party, kind of get the description going, give a little preview, keep it fun. You can talk about giveaways. And then a couple days before the party, something I like to do is get the host to add me and everybody that's RSVP'd in that event in a group chat. And I'll sit there and I'll just hype it up. I'll talk about how excited I am. Let's see. That also kind of too holds them accountable, because if somebody's hearing from you a couple days beforehand and it's in a private kind of intimate group chat, they're going to feel, they're more likely to show up. They're not going to blow somebody off. Another thing that's worked really well for me in the past is doing promos. Like the day before, a couple days before, I'll announce either in the Facebook chat or the Facebook event or through text even, hey, bring a friend with you that wasn't originally invited, and you're going to get entered to win a door prize, or you'll get entered to win a free wrap to take home with you, or I'll take $5 off for every person that you bring with you to the party. So, you know, if someone's kind of on the fence about coming to the party, they're like, $25 is kind of a lot. I need to buy my baby a can of formula or something like that. They can easily invite three or four of their friends and bring them with it, and they're going to be paying $5 or $10 for that wrap if you do a promo like that. I've had people in the past say, well, I'm losing out on Wrap Cash, but you're also exposing your business and not only this opportunity, but the products to 4 more people. So for me, that's always worked really well. Small parties are great. Don't think that you have to have massive parties. I actually prefer small parties. You're going to get a lot more, the customers are going to get a lot more individualized attention. You're going to have more time to talk to them about goals and specific products. Not everybody needs to start or wants to start out with wraps. So it gives you a time and a chance to talk to them about some of the other products in more detail and really just kind of put a customized plan together. Let's see here. Once you're at the party, oh my gosh, be excited and be confident. I know, like, I still hate speaking in front of people. And most of the time people wouldn't even know it because I get excited about it. We have fun. Sometimes I will have people check in on social media at a party. We'll take fun pictures. That's going to go in timelines, and that's going to expose you to other potentials as well. Tell them to tag you in it. That's a good way to kind of get some excitement, break the ice, and also potentially get you more parties. Have a host, or have the host sign people in and collect the Wrap Cash. That's one thing. I've ran into in the past before, like, where it gets a little awkward when you don't collect the Wrap Cash. And you're like, so where's my $25? Just be very diligent. You can have somebody, assign somebody like the check-in station. Have the people check in or sign in. They collect the Wrap Cash. I like to go in the wrap room with them. I want to make sure the wrap gets put on. It gets put on right. I kind of explain how the wrap works. I give them a bottle of water. And while we're in that wrap room, I'm able to talk to them about maybe some of their other goals. I'm able to establish that relationship. You know, do you have any kids? You know, what, do you have a vacation coming up? Like, whatever it is, just kind of break the ice, make the person comfortable, and then talk to them. You know, sometimes I share my story with them. You know, I didn't get into this for what it's become, but, you know, I'll tell you my story as the party goes on. And they just get very excited, and it's comfortable. When it becomes personable, they get comfortable. Let's see here. When you're at the party, use the product catalogs and even order forms. Like, I do not buy carbon copy order forms off of the website per se, but I will print them off my computer. And I've learned that sometimes I'll just take clipboards, or sometimes it's just the product catalog, and I'll put an order form inside of it with the pen. And as the party gets started, I will tell people, you know what, I'm going to go over so many awesome products today, and not everything may apply to you, but if at any point in time I say something that maybe you want to learn a little bit more about, go ahead and put an asterisk or circle that product in your product catalog. We'll come back to it. I've also in the past told people, as you're going through the product catalog or as we're going through the party, I may say something that doesn't necessarily apply to you, but you may know someone that could really benefit from these products or really love them. So go ahead and jot down their name. What I do when I do that and have people jot down their name of someone they know that could use that product is essentially like I'm planting a seed about them being a distributor without them even knowing it. And so at the end of the party, I'll say, oh my gosh, you said your mom could do this and this and this, and so would like this and this. That's a party right there. How about, we get you signed up for a party, or how about we get you signed up as a distributor, and then I'll come to you and we'll invite all these people, and that can be your launch party. People really like simple, so make sure everything that you do at a party is replicatable. Do not walk in pulling suitcases behind you. I like to make sure everything fits in one little bag on my shoulder and I walk into a party. Busy moms like simplicity. Everybody likes simplicity, actually. Let's see here. Oh, another tip, have a computer set it up right there, so that way before they leave, we can step over to the computer and I can get their order put through for them. It's super easy. I will show them how they can go in and they can edit their next auto shipment. I will show them that they have complete and full access to their account to make changes at any point in time. I just keep it very simple. I don't throw up on them with the information, but I make sure that they have my card, or if somebody at the party signs up, a distributor signs up, then we'll put the customers underneath them. I'll make sure they have their information so they can contact them if they need help at any point in time. Let's see. If you don't have a computer or even your kit yet, this is one thing I wanted to talk about. Even if you don't have your kit, do your launch party right off the bat. You have so much excitement when you first join, and that's super contagious. But you can simplify your party. Everybody has a smartphone, or almost everybody has a smartphone. If you don't have any product catalogs and you're not local to a leader that can get you some, do not hide behind that. Get yourself in front of people in a party. Have them open up their smartphone, go to your website, and kind of go through there and just either go over the party pack presentation or go over, 5 or 6 or however many hot best-selling products. Give them a little blurb about each one, and then tell them, if it's something that interests you that I say, go ahead and add it to your cart, and we'll come back at the end and we can answer more questions. We can customize you a plan, so forth and so on. They're going to naturally add things to their cart, and then when they get to the checkout at the end, they may not buy all 7 items they put in their cart that day, but you're able to look at it and evaluate with them and kind of instruct them, okay, so you want to try the greens, the wraps, and the Confianza. Let's go ahead and get you started on the greens and the Confianza today. We're going to detox for a month, and then next month we're going to set up your auto shipment for wraps. So kind of work that in your, to your advantage as well. Get people excited about the products. And then just a few more tips that I had. Always have fun. I mentioned collecting the wrap cash, and have that wrap cash sitting out. I'm telling you guys, don't take the money and put it in your pocket. Put it in a clear jar on the counter in the middle of the wrap room, because as you're sitting there and you're talking about things and people are getting relaxed and they're having fun and they're feeling the tingle of the wrap working, they're going to start to think, okay, well, she told me that if I knew anybody that would do well with these products, I should write down their name. So they wrote down their mom and kind of their mother-in-law. Then they see that cash jar sitting there and they're like, man, that right there is enough money to register my kids for school, buy some back to school clothes, buy a pack of diapers, buy some formula. People want to know how this business can work for them, and money speaks volumes, okay? So don't put the money away. Kind of have it out. And I've had people that, that's been their deciding factor. They're like, wow, I saw that, that $75 cash that you made could pay for, like I said, a birthday party that's coming up, or diapers, or, whatever's going on with them, whatever's relevant to them. Let's see. Oh, another thing too, and this is pretty easy. Just get out there and do it. Just start. Parties can be scary, but you know what's scarier? Getting your electricity turned off, or having to tell your kids no, or being on the brink of foreclosure. You got into this business for a reason, so you need to get over yourself. You need to just get out there and kind of do it. You'll figure it out. You're not going to know anything right off the bat, and that's fine. Tell people that. If someone asks you a question you don't know the answer to, do not lie to them. Simply say, you know what, I'm pretty new to this, but I'm loving it. Let me message my upline real quick, and I'll get you the answer you want. They feel reassured when you do that. Let's see. So wrap parties, they unlock so many things. They unlock wrap cash, obviously. 2 loyal customers is going to unwrap wrap rewards. You're going to get in front of potential loyal customers and distributors. And then also, too, you're going to be getting that immediate profit. Let's see here. One thing that I have learned, and I know everyone on this Zoom has probably been at some kind of party, whether it be Cincy, 31, Pure Romance, whatever it is. When you go to a party like that, you have a number in your mind, like what you can spend. So do not be afraid to assume the sale. People come to parties knowing they're probably going to buy something. So you just need to ask for the sale and not be afraid of that. Give them two options. You know, do you want to become a loyal customer? Do you want to become a distributor? Something that I say is, do you want to join today you want to just try the products today, or do you want to go ahead and join today and you can make money while you're enjoying the products? And then just give them those two options, and people aren't going to usually come up with a third option. Try to get them, if you do it right, you're going to get that order before they even leave. One of my things that makes me cringe a little bit is like, oh, I got to run, but I'll order when I get home. I make sure to try to get them to order right then and there by telling them how quick and easy it is. But if they do get out the door, I've made sure they have their contact information so I can follow up. I was going to say something else a minute ago, and I totally forgot what it was. But, I mean, there's so much you guys can do with parties, so much. Oh, and then I think that's it, actually. I think I already kind of covered what I was going to say. You're just know that you are sitting in the front of a group of people that we kind of walk into a wrap party thinking, oh, these are going to be my next customers. But what you guys don't realize is those could be your next distributors. Those could be your next aces. Those could be your Tiffany Hers that come in and go diamond in 1 month. You do not know who is going to be sitting in front of you when you go to a party. So you have your game face on, you have fun, you get excited, and you just get in there and do it. And you guys, you'll do so well if you do those things. It's just, we got to get back to the basics. It doesn't mean you have to get completely away from social media. Use those to your advantages by, you know, using the locator tool for Facebook and stuff like that. But just get out there and do it. Sasha.
Hello. Are you still there?
I am.
Okay, I didn't know if you muted yourself. Okay, so I don't know. I've got a few things that I'm going to go over here. You know, I got a little list here. I've got my son here in my lap. So today has just been like a really trying day for me. And you wouldn't know it off of my dang social media because I kept it all off of it, okay? I was trying to, like, you know, make this like all long and drawn out and like kind of be all Polly Pissy Pants, but like obviously I don't have time for that because I've got a boy here in my lap that it's hard telling how long it's going to be before he gets crazy and wants to play again. So yeah. Anyway, be excited about your business. Like that's what I'm trying to get to. You don't want people like, okay, so just think, you know, I'm going to kind of hit social media just for a second. Say you're doing like videos or something and your upline wants you to tell about your why. And you're like, hey, you know, so I started this business because I want to make some money. Okay, well, good luck getting people to follow you and want to be a part of that because that's boring. You know, thank you. Have that right there. Have your kids in there giving you little kisses on the cheek. This little boy has been through hell today, and I'm not kidding. It's his first birthday. He had shots. He had blood work done. Like, he has been a trooper, and he's got a temp. He's just not feeling good. And now he's going to climb, okay? This is my everyday thing. You guys are not going to see a day of me in social media that does not include my kids. The good, the bad, the ugly, the crazy. But it's always, like, exciting, even if – there you go. Even if it's kind of crazy. You're not going to know how bad my day is based on how – sorry, I got to put you down for a minute. Based on how my newsfeed is because, like, I keep all that off. I'm sure that they hit on that. I just, you know, I wanted to say that in regards of, you know, whatever you're doing with your business, whether you're at a party, whether you're blitzing, whatever you're doing, be excited, guys, because that's what this business is about. No one's going to want to join you if you're just sitting around like, I don't know, being a crab all the time. Like, that's just not okay. And I'm going to share a little something else. This is a little personal. Everybody may or may not know, whatever. I'm a nurse, and I decided to go back and pick up some shifts at my old job. And that place is toxic, man. You know, you just go in there, and it's just like, it hits you. And, like, I'm a very positive person. Like, I don't like negativity. I don't want it around me. So that's why, like, I don't know, like, when I went back, I'm like, man, this sucks. The morale of this place sucks. Do I really want myself in that environment? And then, like, I felt it, like, you know, on a day in there, I was like, man, you know, I gotta stop this, you know. And I'm not saying I'm going to quit there tomorrow, but I mean, it's not going to be, I'm not going to be back there for long. But I don't want that negativity in my life because it's going to rub off on me. That's the point of me telling you guys this. I want to be excited wherever I go, whatever I'm talking about, and I want you guys to be doing that too. So like a thing to be excited is to hold yourself accountable. You guys, you own your business, and that is your business. There's not going to be, anyone that's, well, I'm not going to say there's not going to be anyone that's not going to hold your hand, but for the most part, you're not going to have someone holding your hand and saying, come on, sweetie, let's do this. Let's go ahead and post today. Let's get out there and let's do some blitzing. I'm a mom of 4, my baby, and goes to my babies. You have got to hold yourself accountable if you want to make this business work. We all get in funks. We all have those days. I mean, earlier, Jen said, I really don't want to post right now. But she knew that she had to. She's holding herself accountable. That goes for everyone across the board. This business isn't going to work itself. You have got to work it. And you have got to be excited about it for it to pay off and for it to pan out for you. One thing that you can do is, go and find some sideline sisters, brothers that you can relate to. Maria Hoisington. I always go back and talk about Maria. She, when I started this business, I had 2 kids. I now have 4. When she started, I think she had the 5, and her 4-year-old was just a baby. She and my daughter are the same age. Well, one of my kids. So anyway, she has always had more kids than me. And I've always just, kind of pushed that, if Maria can do this with her crew of kids, I can do this with mine, I don't have as many. And then from there on, I used her like kind of as a role model for me. If she can do this, I can do this. And from there on, like now we have a good friendship. She's all the way in Minnesota. That doesn't matter. We, when we were going triple diamond, like we held each other accountable. Like all the time we were checking in, like we had these little group chats with Jamie, and it was, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? Where's your focus? We would do that stuff. And if one of us was wanting to kind of go to bed a little early, say it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, we would like tell each other, that's too early, stay up, you've got more work to do. We were holding each other accountable, just to do that. So if you guys haven't, made friends with your sideline sisters yet, do it. It doesn't matter if they're in like, my downline, if, my downline make friends with each other, or if you're just somewhere in Jamie's, find someone that you connect with and go from there. And to be able to connect, I'm going to go into my next thing, which is the groups. Okay, so we should all that are on this chat be in Aiming for Ambassador. The way that it is now is it's set for only admins can post in there, which we had to do it some time back because it was just kind of crazy with kind of questions that people could just go and find the information for themselves. Like, I don't know, how many supplements are in a bottle of whatever. Like literally, like people would ask that stuff instead of taking the initiative, holding themselves accountable, and just going and finding the information in eSuite on their own. Kind of a little soapbox there off topic. But the thing is to find sideline brothers and sisters, the engagements in the groups are as good as what they should be. Like, because people aren't taking advantage of the groups. Being in a group is a priority and it's a privilege. All the information in there, you're not going to find that stuff in the documents in eSuite. You're not going to find it just like on a Google search or something like that. But if you take the time to go to like the files in the groups and stuff, you're going to find so much information. And not only that, like, the leaders are posting really good things in there, guys. And they may just have like a couple views other than when we do these awesome contests. Like people are like interacting with them. I want to challenge you guys to be more involved in your groups, like Aiming for Ambassador. And like, I know that Amanda has a group, I have a group for my team, and as does Jen. Take advantage of those guys because it's a privilege to be in there. There are a lot of people that don't have uplines that care about them and that want them to succeed. when you're active in those groups, that's when you're going to meet your sideline sisters too, because there's going to be something that sticks out that someone says, and, you know, it's just going to take that click. Even right now in this thing, you know, while I'm blabbering, if you guys want to take advantage of the chat here and just say, hey, you know, I need someone to hold me accountable. I'm ready to go 100% in this, 110% in this. Who wants to do this with me? And don't bullshit each other. Okay, sorry if there's kids listening, but I'm just going to put that out there. If you're going to want someone to hold you accountable, put it out there, and you're going to be 110% too. No halfsies here. So yeah, Sideline Sisters, they are an amazing blessing. Like, I would not be where I am in this business if it wasn't for that. And I could go on and on and on about that. If you don't have someone that you can relate to outside of, or someone, any sort of connection, you could be day one today on this and find someone that you can connect with and go from there other than your upline. It's going to help you and build your business. And then, like, the last thing I want to kind of hit on is the possibilities of this, guys. Like, people just don't get it. Like, they quit too soon. They buy that builder kit and just sit on it and don't do anything. I can tell you what this business has done for me. I can tell you what it's done for Amanda, and I can tell you what it's done for Jen. You know, this business has brought us all home from our kids, or from work with our kids. And yes, I did just go back to pick up a couple shifts. I needed a break from my kids. But side note, this business has brought so many families together. This business has done so many things. It's put food on people's tables. You know, when I very first started, we were living off of student loans. You know, Corey and I were both in school, and it was a struggle. You know, I only had the money to join because he let me use his credit card. Back then we could use our spouse's cards, and that's how I did it. And I knew that I had to take that money. I signed up for my $99 business builder kit, and I also bought a booster kit, and they were around $500 then. I spent close to $700 when I first signed up, not knowing what I was getting into, only knowing that I tried our app and it worked, and I needed to make that money back right away. And I did it. And we like all need to like feel that, you know, when you first signed up and you felt that nervousness. I cried. I won't lie. I did. I bawled my eyes out. I had a panic attack. I was freaking out. What did I just do? If we all come back to that and that know-how of, okay, I got to make this money back. I got to sell 2 wraps this week because my daughter wants to start dance class. You know, whatever it is. Why did you do this, guys? Don't lose sight of your why and put that into the possibilities of this business, because when you do that and you focus and you're determined and you set your goals and you put them out there and you let people know that you are focused and this is what you want, that's when it's going to change. And that's when people are going to want to be with you. People are going to see you change, whether it's, you know, you're able to put extra food on the table, whether you're filling up your gas tank and you don't have to ask your dad for money anymore. That was me, okay? We were on food stamps when I was in nursing school the first round. You know, people can relate to that. When you go to the grocery store and you take a picture of your groceries, throw a Blitz card on that and say, you know, I'm always so humble for this. I'm always so grateful. You know, it pays for pretty much every single thing that comes into my house, guys. You just have to know the possibilities of it. I am a mess. If I can do this, anybody can. I'm not kidding, guys. Like, I'm seriously, literally a mess. But you know what? I know what this business does, and I know what it can do for other people, and I'm always looking for more people to help. I'm done ranting. If you guys have anything else that you want to say, or if anyone has any questions or anything. Anybody need to unmute and ask questions?
My primary message will be to create more.
Thank you guys for all of your insight. It's really good stuff.
In the United States.
Oh, is that Hillary?
Sorry. We watched the Republican National
Quit blasting Hillary.
So now we got to watch the Democratic National Convention. She's in the background.
I will touch on that really quick. I have seen so many political posts and political arguments and all kinds of nasty, ugly, negative things on social media. Oh my gosh, sometimes I feel like I wish I could just like hide all my friends' political posts until after the election. Like everybody has their opinion. And I can remember sitting at Green Carpet and Cindy Pentecost sitting on stage and she said, you know what, we have the same opinions that most of you guys have about all this different stuff, but the difference is we don't go out there and blast it. Christina Watts posted the other day that someone did not join her team because she made a political post and they said, well, we can't stand for that, so we're not going to join you. If that's going to keep you from a life-changing opportunity, then bye, Felicia, is my attitude towards that. But I'm just saying, kind of err on the side of caution when you guys do those things. Like, keep that negativity kind of at bay. Every once in a while, I will put something out there that I know is going to get a lot of hits, but it's very, like, I try to make it kind of funny and just err on the side of caution because right now a lot of people are really worked up about that kind of stuff. Sorry, when I heard Hillary back there, it made me think of that.
I have a question.
Okay.
How do you get over your fear of like actually like doing blitz cards, like say when you go to a store? Because I still have that fear of like what people will think or say, and I really need to get out of my comfort zone just to go out and do it.
I can tell you right now, you are your own worst critic. When I first started, like the very first time I blitzed, it was a nightmare. And then after that, like, I was like, okay, I can do this. So I would get so psyched up. And then I'd be at like the checkout at the grocery store. And sometimes, I'll admit to it, sometimes I literally would just be brave enough to hand the person a card and walk away. But you know what? I was planting a seed. Now I've just learned to, like, I would go out to the grocery store and I'm like, whew, that wasn't so bad at all. And then the next time, like, I would have a conversation with them. So you just kind of build up to it. But I promise you that you're your own worst critic, and you're not going to have a bad experience if you just go out and do it. The worst thing that can happen is they'll say no thank you, or you may stutter or something like that, or, you know, kind of lose your words, but you did it. You know, you're showing them that it can be done. It doesn't matter who you are, they can do it too. And I think that's what people like. They see you like, you know, and sometimes I'll tell people, I used to kind of blitz about the product and offer it as a coupon. That's another good way you can do it. You could walk into a salon and you could say, hey, is the manager here? And or you could even give them to the front desk and you say, hey, it's Customer Appreciation Week and I have a few coupons that I wanted to drop off for your employees. Do you care to put these in the break room for me? That's a really good way to do it without, you know, being like right there with somebody, you know, like in their face, talking about the business or whatever with them. So that's a really good thing. One thing we did not touch on is studying the four major personalities, the blue, green, red, and yellow. If you guys can get a general sense of how that works, you're also going to know how to talk to people while you're blitzing as well.
Well, thank you for that. That's good information.
You're welcome. Does anybody else have any other questions before we get off here tonight? I don't think personally there's any wrong way to blitz or wrong way to have a party other than not doing those things. That's the only way you can go wrong with that.
No.
Okay. Jen, did you have anything else that you wanted to add?
No, I think we've covered it. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.